Johannes Buhlmann, Euben der Weg 70, USA 15443, 13403 Berlin 2015, 27. Oktober. An das Radio. Dear Radio, narrow-minded nationwide. Collins Langenscheid's English, Deutsch, German, English Dictionary, 545th page is indexed. There is some truth in this incident, and although it seems to be too late for escape, English to learn is citizens' first duty now. Too late for 2 degrees Celsius global warming, proof Hurricane Patricia offered to acknowledge now. Since last ice age at 10,000 years ago, no hurricane anytime nor typhoon took the route easterly. For historical reasons to remember, Earth's atmospheric regimen until last weekend was split into 4 areas of atmospheric pressure, from north to south, mirrored at the equator. Polar vortex with southward airflow, high pressure. Then a low pressure of upstreaming moist air at the northern boundary of the Ferrel cell. By Earth's rotation-driven Coriolis forces, gave us the zone of westerly winds, brings rain mostly to the western parts of Europe and Northern America. Following the westerlies at the level of Iceland to Canary, zone of high pressure in the origin of the easterly trade winds. Above and below equator, there was a common area of low pressure following convecting warm, moist air. Now, Hurricane Patricia confirmed Hundeklo postulate of advancing turbulence given in 2013 by Hundeklo Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration. As HOAA said, atmosphere has engaged next year, a constant El Niño situation with following new regimen, alternating with season. In winter, there is now a 2-cell structure in predominating winds, a constant seasonal atmospheric regime change from October to May. Above equator, which is now a region of high pressure, westerlies are blowing, as Hurricane Patricia ultimately shows. The polar vortex, thick in cold and dry air, clockwise or eastward rotating respectively, will expand with progressing winter, probably leading to a classical ice age, Hundeklo Ice Age prognosis 1990. In Europe, the now slowing down vortex of the Atlantic Ocean, wind stressed by new southern westerlies, will brace opposite directed, Coriolis driven by central evaporation sink clockwise vortex, may disrupt influence of warm Caribbean influx of warm Caribbean water. Second, energy transfer by former hurricanes will redirect to North Africa and Southern Europe, preferring a redistribution of population to early Stone Age patterns. Changed cloudings and following precipitations, nice place to dwell now, Perignon and Lascaux are, and Timbuktu as well. Probably the North American deserts. Whereas in winter, which now is autumn, more or less change into spring, but accompanied by frostbite polar temperatures, the albedo, including infrared radiation, will be negative. Missing energy input leads to dissolving borders of atmospheric Farrell and Hadley cells. Constant Hundeklo intermediate chaos, diagnosed by third law of thermodynamics. In summer, increased positive energy balance, albedo plus infrared, now leads to a 4-cell regimen. Polar, Farrell, Hadley, Jesus. This is unbelievable to the germane narrow mind, and so no public news tell us about the singular character of Hurricane Patricia. Instead, Deutschlandfunk Broadcasting tells us comforting tales about uncertainty principle to introduce fairy faith, changing destiny with dark mass and dark energy under control of the proper mind, last resort of, in the end, a narcissism, racism philosophy of life. Well, again, and probably not for the last, there is no such stupid thing as dark matter. True, there are miscalculations with respect to large masses like galaxies when using non-Hundeklo models. But the main question, inherited from Einstein-Hubble et al., what did happen with antimatter, may not be answered by mysterious, uncertain darkness. Only the Einstein-Hubble-Hundeklo theory of universe offers an explanation and demands just one strict, consistent assumption with respect to antimatter. Gravitational force is repulsive in fermionic antimassive subunit of universe. Consistent complementation of Big Bang, fit term, silent murmur, shows us in first approximation a singular collapse of mass, surrounded by a sphere of accelerated antimass. All we may sense of this fermionic base is bosonic interaction of antimass particles and of universe-centered singular mass, which gives super-ellipsoid trajectories, looked at this way, dark mass. Bose-Einstein statistics then gives us an explanation of gravitation. A universe network with real and invisible fermionic knots, but bosonic clamps, the apparent elementary particles. Electromagnetic forces, including elementary interaction, identity of strong and weak interaction shown in 2013, may coordinate apparent bosons to invisible fermions with a gravitational deviation, this way some kind of dark energy. But not wishful thinking. Regards.